What's the best way to save for your retirement? In the UK, due to government employment rules, the default is that almost everyone has some sort of pension scheme to which they contribute and gradually build a pension pot. What I'm going to talk about is the pension into which you or your employer pays to build a long-term pension pot, defined contribution schemes, such as the current workplace pensions, not the basic state pension or the final salary or defined benefit schemes. With workplace pensions, the UK government has made pension savings almost the default, and there are great benefits because of the very favourable current tax rules associated with pensions. In summary, there is tax relief on the money put into a pension up to an annual limit. For standard rate taxpayers, if you put £80 in, it's worth £100 to your pension pot. The pension company invests your money and the money grows within the pension in a tax-free way. However, with pensions, your money is locked into the pension and you can't take the money out until you retire. So there's no income until you retire. There are costs and fees payable to the pension companies, which increase the more you put in and can mount up. For example, 2% of what you put in plus 0.75% or more of the entire pot each year. For an average pension over a lifetime, this can be over £200,000. £200,000 in pension fees. Does the average pension saver know this? No. And of course, there's no guarantee that the pension will grow. It depends on how financial investments do, which are normally shares and funds. And historically, over the long term, they've done okay. When you take money out at retirement, there is income tax to pay, although 25% of the pot can be taken tax-free after the age of 55. The other issue, of course, is that pensions depend on the tax rules, and these could change, as we'll discuss later. The real alternative to putting more money into your pension is a passive form of investment into low-cost properties. This gives net rent and long-term growth and removes the issues of property renovation and maintenance, tenancy issues and liabilities. As I mentioned, these days in the UK, almost everyone has a pension pot. So the questions are, should you invest more into your UK pension or also invest in passive property and even grow this by taking the 25% tax-free lump sum from your pension? If you haven't subscribed yet, now's a good time. We publish content every week on UK property investing. Hit the bell and like. It really helps the channel and ensures you're notified when the next video is released. Let's compare pensions with passive property investment with regards to all these factors. With regards to tax, the major benefit of pensions is that it's very favorable tax treatment, especially when you put money in and whilst it grows within the pot. This is what makes them really attractive. The last government made it very favorable for pensions and pensioners. The lifetime allowance was abolished. Prior to this, you could pay 55% tax on anything above the maximum pot limit. Also, the maximum annual contribution limit on which you get tax relief was increased to £60,000 per year. It is likely that pensioners with huge pension pots could in the future pay a lot more tax, and inheritance tax rules may be changed. So this is a real risk with pensions. Even if things change with property, you can do something about it as you have control over your money. Let's talk about investment returns. Passive investment in suitable low-cost property can deliver up to 13% total net investment returns per year over the long term. Property is a tangible asset, which you still have even if the financial world collapses. So I would say having both a pension pot and property is better diversification and lower risk than adding more funds into the pension pot. At the end, please watch the message from our channel sponsor, Find UK Property, which is our family business. Thanks for watching. I'm Dr. T, and this is How to Invest in UK Property.
If you want to invest in property and get 7% net rent, long-term capital growth, no costs or liabilities ever, do nothing yourself, and be living anywhere in the world, then consider Find UK Property. They provide 100% passive investment solutions for long-term income from freehold properties starting at under 80k. You get a property that is affordable, fully renovated, already rented out, contractually guaranteed and productive from day one. You become the owner and rent it back to Find UK Property so that they become your tenants and look after all aspects of the property in a fully compliant way. You never need to deal with tenants, estate agents, or do any property maintenance or repairs, or pay for any costs. Find UK Property look after over 2,500 houses, all of which are sublet to their own tenants. And on average, they get more rent from their tenants than they have to pay the property owners. So that way they can cover all the property costs. Their solutions are great for those wanting to retire on pension-type income or gradually build large property portfolios passively in a tax-efficient manner. Please visit the website at findukproperty.com and speak to a consultant today.